Hey folks, John from Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in the computer business. So guys, I got to tell you, you remember the TR50 revolver that we did? That thing was like Dirty Harry incarnate. And everybody kind of looked at it and went, man, there's no way it's going to get better than this. Well, Umarex responded, hold on to my beer. Check this out. Guys, I love it when we get something on here that we've never seen before. And by the way, you guys remember that little orange gun that was over here? We're going to be doing that, but when this one came in, I had to get this out for you. I've already told people over on my Patreon about it, so I promised it'd come out, so here we are. Oh, and by the way, if anybody does want to help out with the Patreon, I have 2 official patrons now. And guys, I'm going to verify with you guys if it's okay. At the end of every show, I'm going to roll the names of the patrons. That helps out immensely, guys. And you may notice that we have a different Stumpy on here. I had to get rid of this one. It's just not good enough. I hold very little hope for this one, but until I can afford a decent Stumpy again, this one seems to have a little bit better video quality. So we'll see what we got. So back to it. This is the TR50. Now, you guys have seen me do videos on this, and you've seen shooting on this multiple times. And guys, that is a beautiful, beautiful revolver. But it is a 50 cal. This is the HDR68 caliber revolver. Guys, there is no way for me to do justice with how big this is. I'm going to show this to Stumpy. Look at the size of that revolver. Guys, seriously, look at that. I want to give you some size comparisons. This is the TR50, a very, very large gun in its own right. This is the HDR68. Guys, look at the difference. It dwarfs the 50. It is massive. And by the way, weight-wise, it's pretty close to the same weight. It's a little bit heavier, obviously, but overall, the weights are pretty close to each other. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at this thing a little bit closer. And guys, it's better than a TR50. I'm going to be stoked because I love that revolver. All right, coming to Stumpy. Now, I will tell you, in the box, you do actually get 3 drums with this one, and it unloads exactly like the TR50, so you push that, the drums come out. But, guys, you will notice that the size of those holes, 68 caliber, which means that we are officially firing the same balls that the Berna does and that the PepperBall does, the TCP, and the Salt Supply. This thing's a cannon, and I really hope it's got the same velocity that the others do, but we're going to find out in this video. So, yep, so that's how you load her up. Slide that back in there. Pop this up. To put the CO2 in, you unscrew this screw, and the CO2 once again goes in nozzle up, and then you'll strike it, and you're ready to go. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get this thing loaded up and get right to the testing because I cannot wait to see what this thing actually does. By the way, I love the sights, guys. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. When we get out there on the range, I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit better view of this because those sights are absolutely beautiful. So, all right, well, let's load this thing up. So we're going to go ahead and slide this forward, pop this out, and we're going to be using our 68 caliber Riot Balls. And guys, I'll have links for all this down below. And we only need 5 of them. So you had a full load in this jar of 8 for every other weapon that we've got. But in this case, it's only going to use 5. You load those in there. Oh, those hold in nicely. All right. And you can fire the 68 caliber PepperBalls with this if you wish as well. Put that in. Lock it into place. Oh, yeah, guys, that is wonderful. All right, let's open up the back. And once again, that is really tight. So let's get our little wrench, which I'm assuming they will have included in here. They always do. Move that aside. Got things going everywhere over here. There we go. Yeah, here's our kit, guys. It's got 2 extra drums. It also has the cleaning squeegee, and it's got the little Allen wrench that we need there. And, of course, all the warranty information, registration, and the instructions, which, guys, if you do get a product from Umarex, definitely fill out the warranty. These guys are really, really good about their warranty coverage. All right, so we're going to unscrew that. There we go. And we're going to get a CO2 cartridge with, it's, by the way, it's a standard 12 gram. We're going to put a drop of our Pel gun oil right on the tip there. Go. Slide it in, nozzle up, and screw this down. Wow, guys, with that CO2 cartridge in there, there we go. And it's now snug. That is actually gained some weight. And it's, I cannot get over how nice that thing looks. It is huge. Look at the size of that thing, guys. It's huge. All right, let's move on out to the range. I'm going to set the chrono up, and let's see what kind of velocity we're getting. We're not going for accuracy on the first round. Let's see what it does. Be right back. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're back on our range here. What we're going to do is we do have a Scully there, and we are going to take a shot or two at him here in just a second. What I want to try to do is I'm not concerned really with accuracy at this point, but I did move the camera over a tiny bit because I stand behind the camera so that I can try to fire through the chronometer without actually having to thread the needle, if you will, through the legs of the camera. So let's go ahead. Let's get our chronometer on and make sure we are good to go. There we go. All right. Now, here we go, guys. Just like the other one, we're going to charge this up, and that little charging knob should pop forward. Let's give it a shot. Oh, yeah. And I don't hear any leaks. Look at that. And it is charged up and ready to go. Guys, this has got the double trigger safety on it. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but you have to pull both triggers in order to actually pull the trigger. That's the only safety you've got. All right, so let me get my glasses and move back behind the camera here. And, guys, I hope I don't get a little bumpy here. I'm going to turn this so that I can actually see what we're looking at. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to try to keep this in frame. And believe it or not, I'm going to try to go for the center, even though we both know that that is not going to happen. So hold on a minute, and let's see what we can do. Oh. Guys, I hope you can hear that. That was an error. Error. I'm not getting, hold on a minute, 218, 196, 201, and out. All right, let's go ahead and let's load up 5 more rounds and use the same mag since I missed those first couple shots. Hang on a second. All right, guys, so as you can see, our chronometer is still at 201. That was that last shot. We've got 5 new rounds, so let's see what we can do here. By the way, it looks like the sweet spot is right about at the cup there, so we're going to try it again. 226, 226, 197, 187, and 185, and we are out. All right. Give me 1 second here, and we're going to move down and set the Scully up in place. Be right back. So here's the plan, guys. We've got Scully set up down there. I have got a little plastic dump truck there. Now, if I do manage to miss Scully and shoot under, I'm curious to see what it's going to do to that dump truck, and here's why. We changed out our Riot Balls. So normally we're using those black ones. These are PVC Riot Balls. Now, I have been told that these actually, because they're a little bit lighter, fly a lot faster. And honestly, I can believe that. These might be 8 grams, maybe 10. And just as for point of reference, guys, I've got an actual scale coming in so that we're going to be able to tell exactly what the weight is on these rounds. And shortly, we're going to do an entire video based entirely around what each round will do. So we're going to go through different 43s, different 50s, and different 68s to help you guys figure out which one you like the most. So with no further ado, I've got the PVC rounds in here right now, guys, and I've got a brand new cartridge. We wanted to get a good test off these. So let's go ahead and charge it. There we go. But that's really easy, guys. I don't know if it's just because that thing is so damn large, but it's real easy to charge that. All right, moving back behind it, and we're going to try, once again, I'm going to move the camera, guys. I hope I don't jack you up there. All right, my glasses. All right, we're going to try for Scully, and we're going to try to hit the chronometer at the same time. So wish me luck. I got to kind of duck down here. All right, 188, 190, 173, 169, 169, 177. All right, guys, I don't know if you were seeing that, and you know what? Let me go look at Scully here. Hold on a minute. It is, oh yeah, holy cow. All right, So once again, no movie magic, guys. I'm going to bring it straight up to you. You were seeing some ricochets because occasionally it was aiming a little low. Let me move that camera so you can see here. This is where we were actually hitting, and you can see that it embedded deeply in there. We had one that hit here, came off, but at the end of the day, it fires a little bit on the low side. So let me reload it. We'll aim correctly. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Let's try this again. I'm kind of foregoing the chronometer, but I'm going to go right for his head. Here we go. And we are on the same. Now, we are using the Riot Balls this time. Those PVC balls seem to actually be heavier. They were causing a little slower speed. So let me go with these and see what we get. Well, I think I found our aim. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it looks like it's aiming at about 35 feet. It was aiming, I'd say give or take maybe 3 inches low. So, and there is no adjustable sighting on this. Now, what there actually is a Picatinny rail to add a red dot. I would highly suggest you do that if you get this weapon. All right, let's give it a shot again. Yeah, I think I've definitely got the aim on this. I got to get Scully to stay up and take a hit or two. Hold on. Whoa, that ripped a hole in the top of his head, let me tell you. All right, here we go again. And we should be out. Yep, we're out. So, that's a 5 for 5. That's what we wanted right there. All right, let me grab Scully and bring him down. Oh, man. Guys, all right. Use the Riot Balls. That's all I can say. Check this out. That dug deep. And I'm hoping that this is going to get a good... Look at that. Every shot went... well, look. I mean, all the way into that skull. So what did we learn? We learned that the Riot Balls are badass. And it seems like with the PVC balls, I was getting a lot of drop in the round. But with the Riot Balls, a little bit of Kentucky windage aiming a little bit high at an extended range took care of that. And you can see how hard those are hitting. Now, as far as the velocities, well, guys, that is pretty much the standard velocity we were getting in that 200 to 250 range when we very first had the HDR50. But remember... or excuse me, the TR50, but that can be changed. And you had better believe I'm going to be modding this one. In fact, I'll be modding it sooner than later. In fact, stay tuned very soon for that one. Let me get cleaned up here, guys. We'll move back in the office, and let's talk a little bit about this weapon. Be right back. Folks, I don't know what to say about this thing except that it's a cannon. I love this gun. Now, granted, it didn't fire with the same high velocity that some of the other ones did, but you're firing a 68 caliber round. So if you add on the impact of just the regular 68 caliber Riot Balls, let's say you were firing purely 68 caliber PepperBalls, buddy, 5 68 caliber PepperBalls going around is going to put up a cloud of gas that you could clear a crowd with. I mean, it's going to be brutal, which is why I always suggest and I personally alternate my rounds. So I'll have a solid pepper in my Berna, in my TPM1, in every other one. That's what I do. That way you're not always firing all the pepper, because the truth is that cloud is going to grow and grow and grow with every single impact, and you definitely don't want to gas yourself. But the HDR, holy cow, this is awesome. And guys, it's cheap. You would not believe how cheap, and you know how you're going to find out? You're going to go to that link down below and check it out. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, so check them out. Speaking of links down below, the website is up for the Cattle Barn Flea Market. So if you go to the cattlebarnfleamarket.com, you will actually see my page where it's got some pricing on some of these weapons, including the modded versions. So you guys will be able to buy them through the website. We're getting order forms set up right now. Bear with me a teensy bit longer and we'll be ready to go, I promise. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. This will be modded way sooner than later. In fact, I would be willing to bet if you catch the podcast tomorrow night, I may not be able to stop myself from doing the mod right then, because I got to get in here and mod this. I just have to. I got to see what this does unmodded. So stay tuned for that. Have a fantastic week, guys. If you're in Texas, stay cool. It's going to be super hot. Have a good one. Bye-bye.